This video is sponsored by Skillshare, which offers thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people.
Jordan's messages.
1:45 Sunday, Lord's Day, October 17th. Messages, we're back. It's been a while, Josh, since we filmed. Okay, I'll admit we kind of accumulated quite a few episodes because I was gone. Some stuff happened, and now we're here. We're back doing messages. Jordan with a new perspective on life. To kiss or not to kiss seems so stupid now, Josh. But it's important to you, and that's what matters. Let's get to the messages. Hi, Jordan and Josh. I have been dating this guy since the summer, and he is really nice. There is a Halloween party coming up, and I really want us to go together with a couple's costume. He has said no to all of my ideas. I proposed knight and princess, pirate and maiden, and nurse and doctor. He said all of these objectify women. Okay. All right. I would not feel objectified by any of these costumes and would keep it classy. I also proposed Mickey and Minnie Mouse, blue and magenta from Blue's Clues. I know what that is. And Woody and Jessie from Toy Story. She's acting like I don't know what any of this stuff is. He said all of these are too childish, Josh. We are sophomores in college. Is my boyfriend not wanting to do a couple's costume a sign our relationship is not as strong as I think it is? Or are his reasons not to do those costumes legit? I have asked for options that he'd be okay with, but he says he wants to individual costumes only. I feel that would be weird if we didn't have a couple's costume. Exasperated Emily. I wouldn't look too much into this. Honestly, I'm kind of the same way. Although, Josh, I did go to an ice skating thing with Sarah for and I was Justin Bieber and she was Selena Gomez. If I have the picture, I'll put it on the screen. Okay? Looking back, we looked nothing like them whatsoever. But I did wear the Big Head Kid wig, Josh. I did borrow that, and it was quite a risk. Because if we lose that stuff, we're screwed. Anyways, maybe this guy actually doesn't want to go to this Halloween party. And maybe he's slowly trying... Like, look, maybe this is exactly what happened, okay? You were like, let's go to this Halloween party. He's like, oh, yeah, okay, cool. And meanwhile, he's like, oh, I've never been to a Halloween party. This is so dumb. I don't want to do this. I'm going to look like an idiot. You're like, well, we could go as a couple. Like, the couple's the doctor and the nurse, and he's like... that objectifies women. What about this? No, that's too childish. I want to go as an individual costume. Meanwhile, he's like, okay, how am I going to get out of this? How am I going to get out of this?
Why did I say I would go?
It has nothing to do with you and everything to do about him and his insecurities. Maybe he doesn't like Halloween. So don't read too much into it, okay? And honestly, he doesn't care about the objectification of the costumes. Like, how did he just pull that out of thin air? It's just the most bizarre thing. So just look, okay, don't worry too much about it. Just if he doesn't want to go to the Halloween thing, then make your decision. Maybe dump him, maybe don't. That's up to you.
Hey, she could have called him out by saying, no, I'll be the doctor, you be the nurse. And see...
He would have no response to that. No response. Supporter message, Josh. We love the supporter message. The only ones who were able to get this T-shirt, by the way.
That's right. One time only.
One time only.
Never going to be available again.
No. Sorry. Too bad. Dear Jordan and Josh, this is a question about the list we have regarding what we're looking for in a partner. Who is the we? I didn't have that.
She just means like the collective.
Oh, the collective we.
The collective watching messages.
Oh, okay. I recently told a friend I would love if my future BF/husband could sing so we could sing together, and they said I was being overly picky. I mentioned two of our friends who are married to each other, and on their list were must-haves have to also be singers. The friend I was with said that was reasonable because they're both professional musicians. It only made sense. I'm not really sure I see the difference. There are loads of people who want to hike, travel, read, or do other very specific things with their partner that maybe not everyone would like to do. So I'm not sure why people get annoyed when I say someone to sing with. How do you know the difference between having standards and knowing yourself and what you need versus being unreasonably picky? Look, okay, this is what I'm gonna say to you right here, right now. You are living in this paradigm of singing. That's your life, apparently. That's That's what you do. That's your thing. That's fine. That's great, actually. Good for you. I wish I was a better singer, and I put out a CD. Great for you. But when you get married, kind of the point, you both come into the relationship with two different paradigms, two different ways of thinking and values, and those two things come together to form this new thing that you're going to be very glad that you had, instead of just constantly living in this singing paradigm. If singing isn't like your profession, even if it is your profession, I don't really care. It's what I say still goes. You're going to have some kind of paradigm shift when you get married, regardless of if he's a singer or not. But all I'm saying is, if he's not a singer and you have to kind of be acclimated to somebody else's interests as well, that's not a bad thing. That's probably a very, very good and healthy thing. Josh, how was that answer? Did it completely blow your mind?
It was good.
Josh isn't super impressed, but
I think it's a great answer. But also, she can help him learn to sing if he wants to.
What if he doesn't want to learn,
Then
Josh?
just get over yourself.
What if he doesn't want to go to the Halloween party?
Get over yourself.
Oh, sorry. It just makes me so emotional thinking about how much you guys learned from watching Messages. I just want you to learn all the time, even when you're not watching Messages. Even then. Oh, right, that's why God made Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people. Explore new skills, deepen existing passions, and get lost in creativity. Regardless of how much or how little you know about a topic, they have a class that will work for you. For example, have you ever wanted to start your own Etsy shop? I actually have in the past, Josh, but I had no idea how to do it. I'm not gonna tell you what I wanted to create to put on there, Josh. It was purses. Well, if you're like me, you should check out Building an Etsy Shop That Sells, Strategies for E-Commerce Success by Parker Gard. It's a 41-minute course that will give you the confidence you need to get started immediately. Imagine being ready to launch your own online shop in less than 1 hour. From right now. Skillshare is curated specifically for learning, meaning there are no ads, and they're always launching new premium classes, so you can stay focused and follow wherever your creativity takes you. Plus, the first 1,000 people to use the link in my description will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare Premium membership. Again, you get a free month to learn as much as you can fit into your brain. I was gonna say little brain, but you have a big brain when you click the link down in the description below. Do it! Now! Let's get to the messages.
I rated this question a 10.
Yeah, Josh is now rating Messages as he goes through thousands. He's just adding one more thing to the list that he has to do. Dear Jordan, I have a problem. Growing up, my parents always told me that kissing before marriage was a huge sin and abomination, and that it always leads to much worse activities. They also told me I wasn't allowed to hold hands with a guy until engagement. As I got older, however, my boyfriend and I decided not to have a first kiss wedding, but my parents think I am still saving it for the wedding. This is a problem because when my sister saved her first kiss, my dad announced it at her wedding reception. Oh, jeez.
Ladies and gentlemen, please.
The things that Christians, I'm assuming, put so much weight on that they would announce to...
Oh, that's so uncomfortable.
In front of everyone, even though she asked him not to. I'm worried that he will announce at my wedding that I have had a first kiss, and well, I didn't. Should I tell my parents before the wedding and suffer the judgment, or just hope they never bring it up and risk the embarrassment of my dad announcing a lie in front of everyone? Help. Well, okay. This is gonna sound really bad of me, but if this is the route your dad has chosen to go down, and this is his thing and what he does, you know, we all have our things, but for some reason, this is what your dad does. No one is going to know other than you.
And everybody else in the room.
Nobody, yeah, well, no, I mean, not necessarily.
Sure. Sure.
Okay, look, everyone is already gonna question it anyway, so they're not gonna believe it, number one. So, you know, I mean, honestly, I'm not telling you that you should, like, lie, but, I mean, it's just that this is a weird decision your dad's making. He's putting you in a really weird position. So all I'm saying is if you don't want to go through the extreme, I would say, unnecessary abomination of a judgment, then I would suggest maybe not saying anything. And if your dad chooses to go down that route, so be it. That's his choice. That's his life.
Just say, hey, Dad, could you not do that thing you did at my sister's wedding?
Well, he's not gonna listen. I can read this man. He's not gonna listen. He's not gonna listen. There's no doubt in my mind. The other daughter did the same thing, and he didn't care. He didn't give. Joshy didn't give one. You know what I'm saying? He did not care.
Do you think he just stood up and said it?
Yes.
Or do you think he was like giving a speech and it was just like a quick comment he made in his speech? Like what?
Either way, it doesn't matter. He did something that his daughter asked him not to do.
So
On her most precious day. It's so sad. I think that's worse than not having a first kiss wedding dress. What he did is worse. Okay? And it's gonna take a paradigm shift for you to understand that one. Let's move on. I'm getting angry. I forgot that was the last question. Guys, look, I didn't do my shameless plug today. Okay, I kind of did, but if you want this shirt, it's too late. But I'm sure we'll do other shirt giveaways. And it's not even a giveaway. You're paying us. Let's admit it.
That's a good shirt.
It's a great shirt, Josh. When did I flirt? It's a question that always needs to be asked.
When did I first kiss wedding?
When did I first kiss? Support BlimeyCow.com. Don't be messy. And leave good messages.